how you spend your career, is supporting professional women, and you really take a whole mind, body, soul approach to it. So how did you come to this?
Well, for many years, basically my whole life, I struggled with body image, eating disorders, body dysmorphia, yo-yo dieting. I had just always felt so different on the inside than what I saw on the outside, and that was the quest that I was constantly seeking was, how do I find this happy medium? How do I become happy with who I am? And I thought if I did the external quest, looking for the perfect body, the perfect image, you see it everywhere in TV, magazines, social media nowadays, and there's just this image that our society projects as like beautiful, and that's what we accept. And what I saw in the mirror was everything but, and I hated what I saw. I hated myself, and it really took a toll on who I became. And I was so desperate. I would take all these measures to try this right diet, the next fad, the next supplement. I was just on this quest of I want this perfect life. And I would see these magazine covers, these beautiful fitness models, and I said, that's what I want to look like. So I'd flip the pages, and it shows you 4 different exercises, and I would do them. And I'm like, well, I don't look like her. Okay, maybe I need to eat these salads and do these 3 different diets. So I'd go home, make them, and I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, still don't look like her. And it was just this constant failure and struggle over and over. And so when you already have this defeat within, it just keeps building these layers. And so I had joined multiple gyms. I tried running, I tried yoga, I tried dabbling with everything, and I just couldn't find something that worked for me. So in 2012, I had finally joined a gym long enough to stick around and say, okay, this isn't so bad. I kind of like lifting. And a friend of mine had asked me to compete in a bikini fitness competition. I said, no, isn't that like one of those things you do on spring break, fitness, bikini, I don't know. So I went home and I looked up what these bikini girls looked like, and I said, this is perfect. These girls are perfect. That was just my ideal. That was just self-image. And I said, I want to look like that. And I thought that if I did this for 16 weeks, this diet to a T, the workouts to a T, and I constantly was do more, perform more, push harder, just please perform, perfect. And everything was about perfection. So at the end of the 16 weeks, or coming to a close of the 16 weeks, I had actually, during one of my workouts, overworking, I had ruptured my disc, my L5S1. So I'm sure many people have suffered from sciatic pain. I threw that in the back of my head and said, I don't have time to deal with this. I have this competition, and I have to be perfect, because if I'm perfect, my life will finally be happy. And I went on stage in my itty bitty bikini, and I stood there hoping and praying that these judges will tell me my value and my worth, that they would tell me I was good enough. And I lost, and I crumbled. I fell apart at the seams, and I just said this was my last ditch effort to just try to be perfect. And in the meantime, this pain of my disc and my rupture, I put that aside, and I just said, I still don't have time to deal with it. I have to get this body back, and I'm now this bikini person. I was so tied to this identity that I got wrapped up in my own pain and misery and embarrassment from everything I went through, that it took 4 months after everything, all this treatment to try to fix and resolve this pain, because I wasn't sleeping. I had gained 1/4 of my weight back in like 6 weeks. Everything that I worked for was just, I became worse off than it was when I started. And so after 4 months, I had surgery, and it was this immediate relief, and the doctors had told me, you would never lift again, you'll never compete again, you'll never do what you thought you finally wanted to do. And I believed them. I believed that they knew better than I did, and this was the story I told myself. And I went into this deep depression that I finally found something that was an outlet to me, and it was taken away. And I had to overcome all that darkness and do what I didn't know was the inner work. So externally, I was seeking perfection for this happiness to build this life. And in my darkest time is where I had to turn inward and find my soul and do the inner work and healing from within.
And that's where your focus is with your clients today.